decided I'd put a title on it. Start it over. Let's see who comes around. Oh, shit. I'll be talking. One person here says, yo, what's up, East Coast Ghost? Thanks for stopping by, bro. This fucker's getting big, and he's becoming the only picky Oscar I've ever heard of. I tried feeding him salmon, he don't like it. I tried feeding him cod, he don't like it. I tried feeding him fucking scallops, he doesn't like them. He likes the shrimp, he likes peas, and whatever foods I buy him at the pet store. But fucking scallops, man. Like fucking, I don't know, that was like $15 for half a pound or something, a pound. Asshole just spit them out. At least he's a cheap date. I had to take this big ass plant out of the tank downstairs because it was touching the grow light and getting all fucked up, getting burnt from the grow light. No, it's not supposed to be interesting, it's just supposed to be a way for me to kill time. I mean, I could feed the fish, but I don't wanna. At least not at the moment. It usually gets interesting depending on who comes in and chats. So, you know, it's kind of mostly up to you. What's up, Snail Tub? Thanks for stopping by, buddy. Your tubs are looking good, man. Fucking glare. That's kind of like a obscene close-up. Yeah, tanks are alright. I like them. I'm hoping next year maybe to do some kind of tub outside. Or a small pond that I can sink into the ground. But I think I got enough on my hands with the 3 fish tanks, the snakes, house plants, adult responsibilities. Yeah, I threw some spare Anubias in here that were, there's like that big one and 2 small ones. The other small one's behind that beta log. Uh, they were caught up in the roots of the house plants in the angelfish tank, so I'm going to try to fasten them to some rocks and drop them onto the floor in here, give it a little bit of green down there on the floor. I don't think he'll tear them up. Although I have batshit, for some reason looked like he was having a temper tantrum, grabbing onto roots from this thing and just jerking it all over the place. Like you can see it's in the water. Every day in the morning I take it out of the water so the leaves aren't in it, and he just tears them up. Yeah, bro. Thanks for stopping by, man. Just finished doing the angelfish tank. I gotta still vacuum this one and give them a 20% water change. I might do 50% this week. I'll test the water. But yeah, the only picky Oscar I ever heard of, man. He'll eat these fucking freeze-dried mealworms, no problem. The dried baby shrimp, no problem. Cut frozen raw shrimp, no problem. Scallops he don't like. Salmon he don't like. Cod he don't like. He stopped liking the tilapia. I'm gonna try clams next, I think. He seems to like shellfish. The fucking scallop is a shellfish, dude. I mean, it's one of my favorites. I figured he would like it. But I did adjust the caves. I made one over here. I took a couple of the rocks from this side and put that big flat one that I had laying around in there to make like a little tunnel network. There's probably 6 or 8 rocks under there so they can swim around under it. Put that one on there for just a little addition. I might make this one a little bigger, but 2 of them seem to share that one and then migrate over here, and one seems to stay right back there, the Raphael catch. You can see his black and white right there, the stripe up against the wall. He likes to hang out by himself. I'm wondering if some kind of freshwater crab would survive in here with this Oscar when he's full grown. I don't think it would. It would help me keep the sand cleaner. Hi, Spirit in the Sky Blue. Thanks for coming by. It's good to see you. Okay. Whatever you say, Inez. Hi, Latoya. What did you go to the hospital for? Yeah, I have an after I just put up before I went live too, Blue. But yeah, that plant made a lot of shade in that fish tank. Just moving it before I trimmed the roots of the other plants made a really big difference. Hope you're all right, Latoya. Yeah, I knew that plant was gonna get big. Like I kind of researched them a little bit before I buy them, and I got a couple. I'm just fucking stupid. Too impulsive for my own good. Um, I know one can get like 8 feet from one side to the other. Like when it branches out, it's going to be massive. I have no goddamn idea what I'm going to do with that thing. Um, Another one I have vines like crazy, and I wasn't expecting it to grow as fast as it does grow. I probably would not have bought that one if I knew better. Hi, BB. Thanks for stopping by. Told you I was gonna do a Pigpen update. And there he is, over there chilling, hoping I'm gonna give him something good to eat. Trying to think of a good way to reposition those two big pumps. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. I did drop my fucking phone right into the 40-gallon fish tank down there. I went live a little while ago with no title or anything, and the phone fell. I went to catch it, and it just bounced off and went into the water. It never stopped, so I mean, I guess it's a good phone. I don't remember what it is, but I gotta go get my little dog. I will be right back. All right, I am back. She's 20 and blind, and sometimes she'll come up the stairs crooked and bump her head into one of the spindles and end up accidentally reversing a couple of steps, and that ain't cool. She's too old to be falling down even 2 or 3 stairs. Yeah, we all want to go eat at Brooklyn Babe's house. I mean, I get pretty good food here. I just don't put it on YouTube. I probably should. A channel? Yeah. Go get a channel, Latoya. Yeah, Rocky could drop his link. Yeah, he's definitely getting bigger. I'm going to throw him in one of these little freeze-dried mealworms. Never mind, I just dropped that fucker. I'm going to get him another freeze-dried mealworm. And hopefully I can hang on to this one. I mean, it ain't even fucking alive, man. He dropped it. Yeah, that's my old dog under her blanket. That's her security blanket. That one broke. Motherfucker. Alright, here we go. Miss, bud. There you go. Yo, Fathom Work, what's up, man? It's good to see you. Thanks for stopping by. Yeah, our cat likes to do that too, and sometimes he fucks up and tries to do it in her bed, and she can't see. And she's a crotchety old dog, so he just generally just runs the hell away quick. But yeah, he gives the other two dogs hell, but he leaves her alone, which is good because she's old and won't tolerate that shit, even though she can't see him. She'll lash out until she catches somebody with her vengeance. Want another one, maybe? Yep. I want to try some live ones, but I don't want to buy a whole bunch of damn live mealworms. Maybe crickets too. Smaller crickets, medium-sized crickets. But yeah, that's the mess he makes. Hence the name. But yeah, I think I want to put one of these on the other side, just in as close to the back as I can get it. Just to make a little more room on this side. He hits it pretty good. Live ones would probably be even better. He's got the 3 Raphael catfish in here, which he don't really hang out with them, and they don't really hang out with him. At night they'll swim around with them. Yo, R&D, what's up, buddy? If and when I get him something bigger, I'm probably gonna get him a friend, and maybe some other fish to swim around in the water with them that aren't hiding under rocks all the time. A couple silver dollars or something. Yeah, I got a buddy that started working as an Amazon driver recently, and he said he doesn't think he needs to use the gym membership he's got anymore. Let's see if he wants one more. He usually eats like 3, maybe 4 of these. Probably doesn't want it. Nope. Alright, I ain't leaving it in there. Let's just throw that one away. No problem, Blue. About 20 minutes, Blue. I was live for, I don't know, 15 minutes earlier. I didn't put a title on, so I stopped it. But you would have seen, if it's up, it might even still be up, probably. But I dropped my fucking phone into the tank below this one. It went right into there. It stayed on. It didn't fuck up. It still was doing its thing, so we'll see when I have to charge it. I got a wireless charger if I can't use the port because it's wet still, but yeah, I got about another hour, Blue, so they're good for a while. No, it was fully my fault. I think you did mod me on your channel, Spirit. I don't know though, I can't remember. But yeah, and it was filming, like it was live. I was breaking up some weed to get an attitude adjustment, and I went to move and I bumped the phone and tried to catch it, but it like slid right out of my hand directly into the fish tank. I was hoping the plants would catch it. It would land on the planter or something. No, it went right in the goddamn fish tank. But there's the star of the show, Blue. He just ate some mealworms. Yeah, it didn't fuck the phone up though, Brooklyn, so I'm not complaining. Oh yeah, man, I used to have to unload semi-trailers, and the side of the fucking warehouse I worked on was the side with no trees. It was toward the fucking parking lot, so all those trailers sat there overnight, and by the time we got around to unloading them at like noon, yeah, they were fucking ovens. It's working in a fucking dry sauna. Ah, self-inflicted torture, Fathom. Well, necessary self-inflicted torture. I used to do concrete work and setting up forms uh, in an open field in the hottest days of the year is no fun. Stripping them, pouring the concrete, none of it's fun. Yeah, you'll definitely get some muscle out of it. A lot of heavy lifting. Yeah, I kind of like the sound of the water running all the time. Luckily, Alley Cat don't mind it. I did have to find a way to quiet that homemade overhead sump because it was pretty goddamn loud. Hi, Jasmine Star. Thanks for stopping by. Oh, I just scared Pigpen. He went up and hid. When he comes back out, I'll put the camera back on him. Oh no, I know that. I know that. I filters only make me look more fucked up. My kid used the Snapchat filter to make me look like what I would look like as a woman, and I still had a fucking beard. And he started laughing, and I'm like, well, that's because I look like your grandmother. And he's like, dude, you shouldn't talk about dead people. I'm like, well, it's fucking true. I used to piss my mother off telling her that I was jealous of her beard. I wish I could get mine to grow in like hers was. But yeah, some of the women in my family are brutes. And there he is, coming back into yawn. I had one for like 20 plus years and then shaved it off and regretted every fucking second it took it, or second of it until it grew back. I had a nephew that wouldn't even come near me. He screamed and ran away. It was hilarious. Yeah, he's probably only about half grown too, Jasmine. He's gonna get bigger. Yeah, he scared the shit out of my son a couple weeks ago. He fed him a couple pieces of shrimp by hand, and he dropped the shrimp, and the fish didn't notice that he dropped the shrimp, and he still came up and grabbed him by the finger. He doesn't have real sharp teeth. Uh, they got decent jaw pressure, but he didn't like latch onto them or anything. So either way, it wouldn't really draw blood at that size, but it did scare the shit out of him. And that's always funny. I think he's fucking with the catfish behind there. You poking at him, dude? He's back behind the planter and that broken flower pot. That's the one that he usually buddies around with once in a while, because the other ones seem afraid to come out. I mean, this guy here pokes his head out, but that's it. I'm actually surprised he stayed there and let me poke the camera at him. Ooh, I really got to clean the glass on this one. uh, um, my grandparents raised me, so I was raised with. They had 9 kids. Like 3 of them were still at home, 4 of them were still at home. My 3 uncles, my 3 youngest uncles, are still home. And they all had a beard, or a mustache and goatee. My Uncle Bill looked like some kind of fucking 1800s mountain man. So everybody's had a beard, most of them growing up. So that was, first time I saw a guy with long hair and no beard was weird. Of course, he did have bell bottoms and clogs on, and it was like 1981 or 2, but yeah, he was definitely a throwback to the fucking 70s. Yeah, a lot of fucked up and funny shit went on. I'm surprised I lived this long, actually. Yeah, he hides back up in there. Yo, Munchichi, what's up, buddy? Thanks for stopping by, man. Fucking root. I think he's gonna hate me when I put a brighter light on this, but I need a light that'll grow plants, and I don't think the one that's on here will. In fact, I'm fairly sure it won't. Yeah, man, fucking people down the road got some, and they got to try them out. So the other night they were fucking testing them. Um, but yeah, luckily the old dog's fucking deaf. She can't hear that shit anymore. But the other ones go batshit. So I'm hoping they keep it at the end of the fucking street instead of right next door. I don't. I'm fucking lazy, Blue. It's really not that much work. I mean, setting it up and shit. Uh, well, with this tank, it's I gotta empty fucking at least 20 gallons out of it at least once a week. Uh, just to keep the water clean because he shits so fucking much. Uh, but the 40 gallon underneath this and the one downstairs is really minimal. Like I take that filter off of the or that sponge off the filter intake once a week, and well, this guy I do whenever I do the vacuuming, which is every 2 to 3 days. But you just take that off, squeeze it out, get all that shit that sticks to it, and then like once every 3 weeks I change the stuff in the filter, clean the sponges in the filter, and change out the shit that I can change out or that I need to change out. Oh, Jesus Christ. It makes you want to start breeding raccoons and then make sure they're all feral on the third. Or not feral, but rabid, and then let them out in the fucking neighborhood. Jesus Christ. Up here, man, when the city people come up, it's like 8 to 10 people all hunting the same fucking deer. So when they shoot, they're all shooting at the same deer. And none of them hit it in a vital spot. So they wound this thing that runs 100 yards into the swamp where they don't want to go. So they get a local farmer to go get it, and it looks like meat Swiss cheese by the time he drags it out of there. It's got so many fucking bullets in it. But yeah, so opening day of deer season is kind of like 4th of July around here. Only you might die if you're in the wrong spot in the woods. Yeah, Brooklyn is bad. I mean, some guys come up. I've met some guys from the city that come up and they camp and hunt. And you don't hear them all shooting at the same deer. You know what I mean? They're out there with knowledge of what they're doing. A lot of people just come up for the thrill of running around in the woods with a rifle. My favorite thing is the night before opening day, you go to your local redneck bar and you walk in and you can tell the guys from the city. They're dressed like everybody else, only their hair is all slicked back, and you can smell whatever it is they put in it before you walk in the door. But I make all kinds of New York City jokes, and see who gets pissed off first and has enough balls to start a fight as the only city guy in a redneck bar. You know, there's 2 or 3 guys in there. There's 8 or 10 rednecks, farmers. Yeah, sometimes. I mean, I've never shot a deer more than once. Yeah, yep. Turnip heads is a good term for them. Fuck, man. I was at the bar and this guy come in talking about this spike horn that he got, and everybody cleared out of the bar and he shot somebody's fucking dairy goat, this big ass brown dairy goat with straight, you know, well, not straight, they were curved. But yeah, he shot like somebody's 150-pound goat. It was a big goat. I mean, it could have been a deer in another life. But I know horse farmers that will put blankets on the horses and paint horse. People that'll put them on their cows and paint cow on it. But still, every year somebody gets a livestock animal killed. And it's scary because there's lots of nice public land you could hunt around here, but all the New York City people are hunting that shit. And I mean, I guess it does add to the sport of hunting. You know, you might get shot too. It adds a little more danger. Yeah, goat is good eating though, so I mean, I hope he at least ate it. Everybody fucking laughed at him at the bar. Wildlife, this is captive animals. It's me trying to make them think that it's wildlife. Goat is pretty good, Blue. My grandfather used to get 1 or 2 every now and then, just to eat. I had a Jamaican buddy that would bring me curry goat whenever his wife made it for him. That shit was really fucking good. I haven't. My grandfather said he wished he could get his hands on some so he could have them. He liked them. Didn't matter what animal, pig, you know, a cow, a bull, you know, a fucking goat. It didn't matter. He was kind of raised in the woods, so they ate whatever they fucking could off of that animal. Like, I don't have any sport hunters in the family. Yeah, no, I don't want to try them either, Monchichi. But I think my grandfather would have ate the asshole out of a dead skunk, to be honest with you. Yeah, he literally. I mean, he said he never ate a skunk, but I think he would. But possum, woodchuck, squirrel, uh, raccoon. Um, yeah, just about anything you could go out in the woods and hunt, he ate it. Yeah, Pop was a hillbilly. He didn't care. He would eat whatever. If he ran into somebody and they had a bunch of chickens they're trying to get rid of, he would talk them out of them for next to nothing, and then spend a Saturday uh, killing and processing chickens. Yeah, for sure, Monchichi. Hell yeah. That'll test your fucking knife skills, Jack. Yeah. Um, my cousin was having a tattoo done at his house by a guy who's, I forget, he's from Washington State. I forget what exactly tribe he was from, but he's Native American, and he made quesadillas with uh, it was rabbit, squirrel, and wild turkey, and he brought them over with him so he could eat and feed us while he did the tattoo. But those things were fucking delicious. Yeah, quite a bit of it actually. More than I'd like to admit sometimes. Yeah, rabbit is good. I've never eaten a fucking coyote, but um, shit, man, it's been about like 20 years since I've been rabbit hunting. But yeah, the rabbits are fucking good. You got to get you one of them fucking Showtime rotisseries from Ron Popeil. We put three of them on that fucking thing with some rosemary and garlic, I think it was, and man, it was good. Yeah, blue skunks spray a really nasty fucking uh, smelling liquid out of their ass. They got two glands back there. If you rupture them, that shit's gonna smell for a long, long fucking time if it gets on it. Like, if it gets on your hand, you're not washing that shit off for a long fucking time. Yep. It's a defense mechanism. I had a cat that would always find the damn bunny nest and bring them in the house at fucking midnight. Nothing like a baby rabbit screaming from the living room to wake everybody up. Told you blue goat is good. And Jamaicans know how to cook that. I'm sure any islander knows how to cook it good. Oh damn, hell yeah, man. I'm getting him some pellets. He's following the bag. Hold on, buddy. I need 2 hands for a second. Are you gonna jump out and get me? Yeah, my sister dated a Jamaican guy. His grandma taught him how to cook, and he made chicken. He didn't make goat because my mother would have fucking killed him if she if he tried to kill her goat. But yeah, he got deported. And when I found out, I asked my sister if she still had a way to get a hold of him, and she said yes. And at that point in history, Massachusetts just made gay marriage legal. So I told her, listen, I want to call him up and run this fucking idea by him because I lived right on the Massachusetts border. And I called him up, I got him on the phone, and I asked him if there's any way he would consider marrying me for a green card because Massachusetts just passed that law. And he got a really good laugh out of it. But I would fucking go through with it. I love that guy. Yeah, Pigpen loves feeding time too. Yeah, I don't know what else to do, Monchichi. I'm stoned as a biblical whore. And I got a bunch of fish tanks and plants, so I'm, generally in a pretty chill state of mind. But I don't give a fuck what anybody else is doing either. In my house growing up, men didn't really gossip. They talked shit about the president. They didn't talk shit about their buddies, unless one of them fucked up and they were laughing about it. But other than that, so yeah, I'm not like into worrying about what, you know, Peter stole from Paul to pay Mary, because I don't give a fuck about Peter, Paul, or Mary. I don't know how anyone involved in drama can keep fucking track in their head who they're supposed to be mad at. I, I couldn't. Observing from my point of view, I can't keep track of who's supposed to be mad at who or why. I don't, you know, do they fucking keep notes or something? Record everything probably. I ain't got time for that shit. Yeah, there's no bad time for an almond joy, Monchichi. My girlfriend used to keep a 6-pack of the full-size ones in the fridge, but then I moved in. And I'm a fat kid. They gotta have like full 5-subject notebooks full of fucking shit. Like, Jesus Christ. I'm happy just trying to keep the shit I got going on around me in the real world fucking from collapsing on top of my head. I don't need to be worried about making enemies. Somebody's gonna send fucking cops to my house. You know? Like, what the fuck? Yeah, that's just to whet your appetite. 6, especially if you got the fucking munchies. I had to stop getting the surplus Halloween candy, the big fucking mixed bags at Walmart for dirt cheap. Sit here and fucking chocolate all over my face and beard and wrappers all over the place. Got a stomach ache tomorrow. Like a kid on Easter. Or Halloween if mom and dad don't take the candy. My cousin Sean, his dad's father owned a fairly large dairy farm when we were kids. This is like 1982 and 3 and 4 maybe. You know, we're like 6 and 7 years old. And he had a farmhand that lived on the property above an old machine garage, like a tractor shed. And he lived above the tractor shed, and on the back side of that, it was ground level. on the front, he could drive the tractors underneath, and he could walk up the stairs. There was no back door or anything, but we could hop out the window. And that guy kept a mini fridge literally full of Reese's peanut butter cups. The bags of mini ones, full-size ones, like a whole bunch of them. So we would go in there and eat as many as we could fucking eat. Stuff our pockets with the wrappers so there wasn't wrappers all over. And for a good fucking 6 weeks one summer, we had that old man thinking he was out of his fucking mind. Well, old, he was maybe in his mid-40s, but we had him thinking he was out of his fucking mind. He didn't know where his Reese's peanut butter cups were going until he caught us. Then we got our asses beat, but we enjoyed ourselves while we could. Yeah, he was a crotchety dude. He wanted to beat us ourselves, but my cousin's grandpa wasn't going to let him do that. He would have grabbed the fucking coach whip or something. His grandma was bad enough. She was just about the same as my grandma. She knew when her hand stung, your ass had to be fucking stinging. Those were the days, though, swimming in a fucking water trough. Low-level B&E to get some candy out of old dude's fridge.
I am fucking smokes.
Oh yeah, I know. We were stupid fucking kids. I remember somebody got me with the coach whip, and they had, I don't know, it was like an 8-foot bull whip, and I'd played with it before and fucking whipped myself with it, so I had no expectation of actually making it work. So I grabbed it, they went to run, and I flung it at them, and my hesitation and the way I jerked it back was exactly what you're supposed to do to make it work. And I caught him on the back of the leg, and man, did I get in fucking trouble. Like, I had a big welt too, so like I at least had that and some witnesses, but I still got my ass in fucking trouble. My only consolation was I might have taken an ass beating for it, but that kid's welt was way fucking worse than mine. My buddy's dad, his brother brought home a cattle prod from work when they were, I don't know, probably high school age, and one of the, there's like 4 or 5 brothers, and one of them dared the brother that brought the cattle prod home to touch their mother on the ass with it. Well, that brother was dumber than dog shit because he touched his mother on the ass with it. Well, she turned around real quick and grabbed it from him, and he went to run, and she held on to it for a couple days, and he came down for breakfast one morning and walked into the kitchen, and she hit him right in the stomach with it and held it there. She held it on him for a minute. He fell down, almost pissed his fucking pants, and told her husband to, get rid of the fucking thing, but she taught him not to fuck around with the cattle prod. There was an old man that used to push carts and collect bottles in my neighborhood when I was a kid, and kids would fuck with him, and he had a cut off baseball bat. He cut off like the top quarter of it, the heavy part, and then rounded it over, and he kept that in the cart. I don't remember ever seeing him catch anybody, but I remember seeing him chase a whole bunch of kids around the block with that fucking bat. Saw some kids throwing rocks at him across this creek that ran through town, and it had like 6-foot stone walls on either side from the creek bed up, and it was backfilled. And they're picking up like 3/4 stone and chucking it at him. He had better aim and a better arm because he was hitting them when they were like fucking 30 feet away from the edge where they were throwing the rocks. But yeah, he didn't give a fuck. They were throwing them at the old man, and he was hitting them when he was throwing it. They were just throwing them wild. Yeah, I miss the old days too, Monchichi. Riding my bike all day, fucking getting dirty. Now if I go out and try to get lost in the woods, I'm fucking out of breath in the fucking in an hour trying to make my way back to the truck. A couple weekends ago, I went out for a hike with my son, and it ended up being a really hot fucking day. And I'm like, well, it's around a fucking pond. It's a nature trail around the pond. It's bound to have some breeze coming through the trees, and the trees were a lot thicker than I remembered, so there wasn't any fucking breeze coming through the trees. So it was hot, and it was muggy under there, and fuck, my son's 15, he was fucking hurting when we got back to the truck. I was about dead. I was wondering if I shouldn't have him drive me to the hospital. I felt like I needed oxygen. Yeah, fuck that is right. I mean, it's a fairly easy trail, and me not remembering what color trail was the hard one, we ended up taking the fucking hard one, and then it's roughly like a 2-hour hike, and we were an hour and a half into it, and there's a boardwalk because it goes through some swampy areas and through water. Well, the water was high, and at one point the boardwalk steps down, and it was under like 6 inches of water. So I'm like, yeah, I'm not trying to walk across slippery fucking pressure treated decking. You could see the algae growing on it. I didn't want to go swimming that day. Even though when I got back to the truck, I was kind of thinking I might have should have just gone fucking swimming. But it turned it turned the 2 hour hike into a fucking 3 hour hike. 3 hours and change roughly because we took our sweet fucking time. Stopped at every bench they had. Yeah, yeah, it certainly does suck. Having to face the fact that it's happening to you really fucking sucks. I mean, I was 32 when my kid was born. I knew it was going to be a pain in the ass when he got older, but uh, I'm still doing pretty good. I count every hike that I come back alive from a victory. See you later, Latoya. Yeah, I'm gonna have to cut it off though in a minute. In a few minutes. It's just hard to uh, do a time when everybody is, uh, awake in the separate parts of the world. Uh, I'll see if I can't go live again tomorrow around the same time. Alley Cat doesn't work, so I don't have to do anything at this time of night tomorrow. Could probably just point it at the angelfish tank and talk to myself in the living room. Well, I'll talk to you guys, but it looks like I'm talking to myself. Well, I was a couple days late on the Pigpen update, so I figured a live one would be good this time too. Yeah, East Coast Ghost did stop in earlier, like at the beginning, just to say hi. Always good to see him. Oh, he went back over there. I don't see you over there. I don't mean you're not over there. Oh no, you're right fucking there. How do I miss you? Yeah. Yeah, one of ours tries to sucker you for a treat. He'll bark, uh, and act like he wants to go out, and then you open the door and he'll look at you like you got two heads, and like, no, I just want the treat. But yeah, he thinks you're a sucker. Just give him a treat for looking cute. No argument, Monchichi. I think you're pretty fucking awesome. I'll put that back down. Hit the pen again. Well, I'm gonna have to end this, guys. But like I said, I'll try to come on again tomorrow around the same time. Uh, Thanks for stopping by, everybody. It was good to see all of you. Uh, if Pigpen gave a shit, he would appreciate it too. But he just appreciates the food. But see you next time, fuckers.